The word of God, Paul says here, for our present trouble are small and won't last very long. And I began to look at this, and I said, if anybody had trouble, it was Paul. For preaching the word of God, he was criticized, he was ostracized, he was whipped, he was put in jail. Come on, talk to me here. He was shipwrecked. Come on and talk to me here. Paul went through something, but still he had the audacity and the power to say, for our present trouble. Some of us ain't going through half of what Paul went through and have thrown in the towel. Come on, talk to me here. Has anybody ever thought about throwing in the towel? I don't know what to do. Right, something make you want to holler, throw up both my hands. Because at times we don't know what to do. But Paul says, I went through something too, and if I can go through it, you got to recognize I'm not looking at what I'm going through. I'm not paying attention on how they have whipped me. I'm in jail and I'm still writing letters. I was on the ship and the ship wrecked and I'm still writing letters. I was bitten by a snake, but I'm still writing letters. People have talked about me, misused me, scandalized me, and I'm still telling somebody about the goodness of the Lord. Can I ask you a question this morning? What are you telling people in the midst of what you're going through? Child, I don't know how I'm going to make it. Child, I'm just about to give up. And the reason we feel like that is because we're looking at the problem. We're looking and hearing what people are saying about us. We're looking at the bills and looking at the money, and they don't add up. The math is not mathing. Come on, talk to me here. Yeah, things are not looking good. There's trials on every hand. They're trying to kill a president, and that hasn't happened. Well, a former president, and that hasn't happened since Ronald Reagan. The world is in an uproar. People have gone back to what have always been prejudice, but now they're just showing it more and more. Some of you can't get a job because you don't know the right people. Some of you feel like you can't get ahead because you don't know the right people. You feel like everybody tried to stop you, but maybe think God got something greater for you. God got something that especially for you. But you have to understand, he says, our present trouble. Paul, I know what you've been through. I've read what you've been through. But Paul says, whatever I've been through, it didn't last always. Y'all missed that. Y'all missed that. I'm giving you an opportunity to shout right here. Whatever you're going through, it won't last always. And then he goes on to say, he says, that you're going through is small. Look at the text, y'all. Look at the text. What makes it small? What makes it small is what he is comparing it to. Y'all missed it. Deacon Scott, can I use you for a second, sir? Yes, come in for a minute. Just stand next to me, if you don't mind, please, sir. Now, those of you who don't know, there is a difference in height. Can y'all see that? Y'all sure you can? Y'all sure y'all see it? I'm pretty. Can you see that there's a difference in height? So I am short compared to Deacon Scott. Are y'all with me? Because we're comparing heights. And I'm not going to call nobody else, but up to somebody else, I'm just right. Y'all missed that. Come here, D. Come here, D. Since I got to call somebody else, you got to call somebody that's my size. Now, you see the difference? I'm closer to my brother than I am to my other brother. Are y'all catching this? I'm closer to him than I am to him. Can I ask you a question? What are you comparing your troubles to? Thank you. What are you comparing your troubles to? What you have to understand is whatever you're comparing your troubles to has nothing to do with the blessing God has for you. Because though we were close in height, and though we weren't close in height, we still serve the same God, and He's able to bless both of them. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I mean, just stop. Whether you're dark skinned or whether you're light skinned, you got skin. Come on, talk to me. You are still a child of God. And once you recognize who you are, don't let anyone pull you down. So he says, whatever you're going through, it won't last long. He says here, yet your troubles, they produce for us. You notice how Paul is uniting himself with not only the church in Corinth, but also with us. See, look, we got to look at the scriptures, y'all. Paul was going through something. The church of Corinth was going through something. And Paul says, you, the church of Corinth, and me, we may go through different struggles, but a struggle is a struggle nonetheless. So regardless whether somebody is going through cancer and going through chemo, or whether somebody has COVID, sickness is still sick. And it's the same God that's able to heal both. He says, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever. But notice what the King James, the New King James states. He says he speaks of them as light afflictions. Because in one sense, they were not at all light. They were bitter and cruel. But the explanation lies in the comparison which Paul makes. The afflictions viewed by themselves might be ever so heavy, but when compared with the eternal weight